Okay, 100 days of success habits. Today is number 11. I want to talk to you about keeping your commitments. So it's easy to get excited about things, but I think it was Brian Tracy said, the more times that you get excited about something and you say you're going to do it and you don't do it, he said it's like someone putting their hands around your jugular, cutting off your oxygen because you know your potential, but you're not doing it. Therefore, it makes you believe less and less every time you say you're going to do something that you're actually going to do it. So your self-confidence is going to go up, up, up when you know you're doing the right things. And people who have a low self-confidence, it's because even if you put on a good front, you yourself know. Do you keep your commitments? Do you do what you say you're going to do? Do you always do the right things? Do you always do your best? Maybe you do things that you're not proud of. And so then it affects your own self-confidence and your self-esteem. So when you say, I'm going to start this meal plan, or you say, I'm going to get a gym membership, or you say, I'm going to work really hard this summer so I can take all of you to Disney World, or whatever it is you say you're going to do. When you say you're going to do it and you make a commitment, when you do a little bit of the action, it actually increases your confidence. So, for instance, let's say that I say, I'm going to quit drinking pop, and then I don't keep my commitment. Then the next day I'm like, I'm going to save money. My belief that I could actually do it and stop doing the wrong thing is going to be low because I never do what I say I'm going to do if I am that person. So success day 11 of 100 days of making good habits. If you really, really, really want to be successful, it starts with defining your dream or your goal, your chief aim in life. And next, making a commitment. And when you make that commitment, true character is that individual who will carry through with the commitment long after the excitement and the adventure of it is gone. So if I say, let's lock arms and do this, and then the going gets tough and I'm like, why did we do this? Then that's going to affect my self-esteem, my self-confidence. When you're really going to be successful and you're really going to be winning, you've made a commitment, you've burned the ships, you draw a line in the sand, you say, I'm doing it, that's it, period. And when the going gets tough, you don't make excuses. You carry through long after the excitement of beginning is gone. My daughter Callie opened a retail store in Tulsa about 6 or 7 years ago. The first 365 days, she never took a day off. She didn't have one employee. On Sundays, when Darian would have a ball game, she would put up a sign that said, gone for an hour and a half. And even on Sunday, after the game, she would go back to work. And after 1 year of sacrifice and commitment, she hired someone. And today, that business has a life of its own, whether she's there or not. It's a solid storefront that took a life of its own. But people think they can just begin and then not follow through, and then they do something else, and then they don't follow through, and then they do something else. Some of these people change their mind like they change underwear and socks. Like, if you're going to do something, be all in and freaking do it. Like, don't just do it a little bit. Do it all out. Do your best. Give it everything you've got. Bring the energy. Bring the solution. Bring the opportunity, bring the excitement and the enthusiasm. And that is what gets the wheel really rolling to be successful. Are you going to want to quit every good thing that ever happened to you? Abso-freaking-lutely. You are. And for some of you, it might feel that way every single day. That's why you need a mentor. That's why you need a coach. That's why you need a leader. That's why you need an example of someone that's actually doing it that you can say, hey, I feel like giving up on my commitment, a running buddy, if you're losing weight, if you're working out, if you're saving money, if you're going to church, if you're in Al-Anon, no matter what you're doing, when you make a commitment and you say, I'm going to make this commitment, stick to it. People who are wildly successful, they stick to it. And they never, ever, ever give up. So dream big dreams, make big commitments, and keep your commitment. If you say, I'm going to be there to do a meeting for you, and you get sick, if you're me, and you're going to do a meeting in Nashville, even if it's the worst day of your life, you're showing up in Nashville because you made a commitment and you want people to know that you keep your commitments. If I say yes to my sister, I told my sister a month ago, if you can take a couple days off, I will be all in for 48 hours with you and your 4 girls. Is it a good time to do it? No. Is there ever going to be a good time to do it? Probably not. But we made a commitment. We were going to take a girl trip with my 4 nieces and 2 nephews and mom. And guess what, guys? We're keeping our commitment. Because when you say you're going to do something and you put it down and then you do it, you get a plan, you follow through with the plan, your confidence goes up. Hey, I make commitments. I make things happen. I do the things I say I'm going to do. And what happens is mentally, you're going to be bowing your chest out, feeling stronger, feeling more powerful, feeling it's more believable that you could actually be successful because you're doing all the right things that you said you were going to do. So that's day 11. That was longer than 2 minutes. But guys, I could do 8 hours on this. Make a freaking commitment. Indecision is the worst decision. Once you make a commitment and you're all in, it's not going to be smooth sailing, but at least you'll be sailing. You won't be like a ship without a rudder, just going in circles, having no idea what you're going to do. So I hope you guys have an amazing night. That was day 11. Make a commitment and keep your commitments. You'll thank me. You'll be so glad that you did.